Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to talk about the books that I read in the month of September. I definitely struggled. I'm finding that in the beginning of the months, most recently, I've been starting a whole bunch and then just taking my time finishing them throughout the month. And that's definitely what happened in September. So I felt like I spent the first 2 weeks reading, but not finishing because I was kind of dipping my toes in a whole bunch of different books. But I am reading what I'm planning to read, so that's good at least. And we'll start out with the fact that I did not do Roll Your Next Read. That's why there's no vlog. I didn't do it. Unfortunately, I had to pick my priorities over the past few months here because of starting a full-time job again. So that kind of made me pick priorities, and unfortunately, Roll Your Next Read was not one of them. But hopefully next year, hopefully next time, I can, just kind of keep it in mind and make some plans to make sure I do some of that next year. So hopefully next year will be the win for Roll Your Next Read for me. So I did not do that. Did I do Series September? I did, because I read one book in a series, and that's all you have to do. So I win. I only read one book in a series, but it was a phenomenal book and it finished a series and I can't wait to talk about it. But here's what I read. Okay, so I read 4 books and that's fine. That's fine. Definitely not as much as I am used to reading, but I'm working now, so it's okay. But I'm definitely in the middle of a few, so probably over the next week or two, I might be able to finish a couple more. But so I'm consistently reading from a few different books at a time, like I normally do. Just taking me a little bit longer because of time constraints and all that, but it's all good. So let's talk about the 4 books that I read. Okay, one thing that I did read was my 9/11 book. I try to read a nonfiction 9/11 book every September because 9/11 is definitely the one huge event, hopefully, God willing, that happened to me, like one of those. I remember where I was when it happened, and it really affected me on a very deep level. I still struggle with trying to understand anything about 9/11 as far as motives and stuff. I know it, but I also don't. And when I see images today, I still cry. I still cry today if I see videos or images of 9/11. So it impacted me very deeply. So this year, I read a book about Flight 93 called Flight 93, The Story, the Aftermath, and the Legacy of American Courage on 9/11 by Tom McMillan. This was fantastic. It was very, very, very good. I have all sorts of tabs going on here, so very good. I got to go to the Flight 93 Memorial in Pennsylvania, which was very peaceful and very serene. This goes a lot into, the people of the town of Shanksville and what happened that day and how they found out and how they responded and, things that were happening that put them in the limelight, not always in a good way. That was really interesting. But yeah, this was very, very good. I'm pretty sure I gave this 5 stars. But yeah, so if you like books about 9/11 or you're interested in reading more about it, this is a great one on the story of Flight 93. And then my series book, Sky Beyond the Storm by Sapa Tahir, the 4th book in the Ember and the Ashes series. Oh man, 5 stars. This entire series was 5 stars for me. Is this my favorite YA series? Maybe. I mean, Hunger Games. But this one, you guys, if you have not read it, don't sleep on it. It is so good. It is so well done. It was so well written. The characters are fantastic. The twists and turns that you don't see coming were fantastic. We got into such good discussions myself and Krista. And then when we were doing our live shows, we were having such great conversations about it because there's so much to talk about and so much to think about and so much to the characters. You know, people are bringing up other things about the characters that we maybe would not have thought of. So it made for some really, really great conversations, which is the best. Yeah. 5-star series. Absolutely loved it. I'm so happy I finally read the entire thing. Ugh, love, love, love. I did finish a book. Actually finished it in September, but it was for August Go with the Flow. But I did read Overruled by Lana Ferguson. So I did start this in August, but finish it up in September. So I'm counting it for September. But this is a romance, and it is two lawyers who are opposing counsel, and a big case that they are both working on against each other. And they're also very attracted to each other and have kind of a little bit of a relationship going on. It's complicated. It was great. It took me a little bit to get into it, but once I did, I was in. And there's also some underlying things with families and the dynamics between, both their families have different types of things going on. So yeah, but it was very good. I really enjoyed it, and I gave it 4 stars. And last but not least, I did read my last Go with the Flow book for the quarter, and that is The Exception to the Rule by Christina Lauren, which is a short story, and it's part of the Improbable Meet Cute collection. And I loved it. It was a short story, but it's a story that I would read an entire book on that premise with those characters easily. And it is about 2 people in college, and they're from the same hometown, but they accidentally get in contact with each other completely by accident, but then they end up just staying in touch, and it's all through email. And you kind of see how their relationship progresses through email. And then, so the first half of it is like all emails. And then the second half of it, you get into real time. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I listened to it. The audio was fantastic. And I wanted an entire book, which means I gave it 5 stars. So there's that. I kind of pulled away a little bit from Christina Lauren. But I don't know. I might have to, reconsider that a little bit. Not like I want to read everything they've written, but if something sounds really good or people are giving really good reviews, I might reconsider picking up their books. So we'll see. But yeah, but I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. Okay, guys, those are the books that I read in the month of September. So yeah, I mean, it was a good reading month. I gave everything 4 or 5 stars. So I cannot complain about that at all, which I will not. So that's pretty good. All right. Let me know what you read in September, and I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.